Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm having a very Dreamcast-centric day. I played a whole lot of Phantasy Star Online, made a video about it, reviewed 2 games. I did one last night, and check this out. Best intro ever. It's the best startup screen. Definitely my favorite, most favorite system. I think that's obvious. This is a very dark video, but it's okay because I don't care. And we are doing tonight, Frogger 2. Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. That's Swampy's Revenge. Sorry if it sounded like I said Swampy's Revenge. Anyway, this is Frogger 2. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go like straight into it, but let's talk about it for a second. Yeah, I might be showing the overlays or whatever, but okay, we all remember Frogger. You probably played it on your classic systems. You remember the arcade version. You've probably played Frogger on some sort of system. You've probably played it on your computer. But this is Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Has a very good PC feel to it. If you look at this footage right here, it reminds me of Bugdom. Do you remember those old iMac computers? Those big old eggshell looking things? They were really cool looking computers. But it just makes me think of old PC type games. There's other games that it makes me think of. And let me put a VMU in my controller here. And yeah, let's look into Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Alright, now, I've noticed that the alignment of my TV and the footage is just very off-kilter, but you know what? My standards have dropped. Let's see what's up. You can go to Swampy's Revenge. I think there's a way to do the arcade mode, and I would really like to play the arcade version because you can't beat it. There's a way to do it. Extras. Let's see, difficulty. I'm gonna put it on easy. I normally just put things on easy. Yeah. Is there a way? Oh man, I would love to play the arcade version. There's some way to do it, guys. And let me make sure that this is recording. And it is. Let's just play. This is Swampy's Revenge, so let's just play the Swampy mode. That's a very intense looking frog. Rescue 5 baby frogs to complete the level. Sure thing. You can double jump. You just tap A twice. To save a baby frog, you just, Huh. I wasn't sure how to do that. Hop onto a switch. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I thought that you could double jump or something. Watch out for Frogger's enemies. I think that's an enemy, probably. Oh. I really like the animation. I like the offerings on the Sega Dreamcast where it is, you know, Centipede, Hubert, Frogger, Atari Anniversary Edition, Midway Arcade Classics 1 and 2. Oh, that's all 5 of them. I like that, well, the sound is very nice. The little music in the background is very nice. It just screams old PC game. That's very unfortunate what happened to Frogger and his family. He was having a good time on his little lily pad. Rescue the babies. Ah, I was trying to go for that extra coin there, you know. Huh. I don't know if I've ever been in there. I thought it was where lawnmowers came out. Apparently you go in there. I was just... It looked like I was getting ready to climb up the side there. I can just stay in here forever. Just think about frog thoughts. Huh. There's one up there I can get. Nah. Oh, there's a Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. That's another one. Kind of the classic revamp titles on the Sega Dreamcast, which is very pleasant. I like that the Sega Dreamcast has a good offering, a good, decent offering of classic title revamps. I think the Sega Dreamcast had just a lot of good games. It was a good time for nostalgic, just a lot of nostalgia, a lot of good feelings, a lot of good warm fuzzy feelings. Despite the fact that Centipede was a bad game, you know, and Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness is just mediocre, and this game is just kind of subpar, you know. It's still very nice. It's a good, pleasant game that you know, if you had kids, you could, you know, let them play. and it's okay, you know. Good, safe, fun for the family, you know. Oh, not doing the best. Wow. Wow. I'm a frog. I got some frog people in my life. I got the Bronze Frog Award. Executive Frog abilities. I'm gonna delete this save later. Oh, here we go. That's some unnecessary frog drama. That crocodile Swampy, I imagine that's who it is. It's Swampy. He's a bully, isn't he? All right, let's talk about this game a little bit. Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. We're starting the video with some darkness, and we're ending the video with some kind of not as dark. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, we got a little bit more support. We got a little fluorescent light, jammy. I have been putting a lot less effort into these videos, and I've been doing less retakes, being a little bit less conscientious, just kind of putting it together and doing less effort with the editing and less effort with trying to be funny and whatnot. And it's a lot easier for me. I did like 4 videos today and like 1 yesterday. So this is a lot easier for my lifestyle because I want to do these reviews. Like there's 245 around 245 North American release games for the Sega Dreamcast, and I've already done like over 60, and this works for me. Just slapping it together, and it's just working out because I like to talk, and these videos have been really super long as well. And I have like a lot on my mind and a lot to say about a lot of things, and this is a healthy hobby, and this is a very good thing for me, and it's very I like it. I like it a lot. But when it comes to Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge, I love the character. I think this is a good follow-up for Frogger, the Frogger series. I think the first Frogger is a definite worthy classic. When it comes to like Centipede and Millipede, I think those games are kind of formulaic. Like they're so ancient, you know. Those games are just like Pong. It's like if Pong wasn't going to exist, a game like Pong was going to exist anyway, because that game is so rudimentary. It's just a part of our fabric of who we are. As when you think of video games, those games are just like benchmarks. Frogger is a little bit more intricate. It is a game that is kind of like Dig Dug or something. It just has it's better than Pong or Centipede or these other Atari games. I'm not so sure if Atari has anything to do. This is Konami and Hasbro. I think this Frogger kind of came out a little bit later. It's kind of like a Paperboy or something. Like they're old, but not too terribly old. I think Frogger is like Atari age, that whole time period. I didn't grow up in those times, so I'm not the best, most knowledgeable expert when it comes to like Atari or old arcade hits, but I know Frogger's old enough to be considered just a classic, and to have this as a follow-up, it just screams old computer. It's just this is it has definitely been on an old computer. People played this on computer. They just had to have. I think that the levels and the cutscenes is just, it gives me warm and fuzzies, and for some reason makes me think of just going to the actual arcade. Even though this is made for computers, it just makes me think of nothing but good stuff. It's meant for kids, you can tell. It's innocent, it's good fun. I like it, and I think I like this game a little bit more than what it deserves, because I think that the gameplay is good. It's solid. It's Frogger. It's Frogger 2.0. It's a Frogger as the original game. Like you would reach a brick wall, but this game is just a little bit more personable, a little bit more approachable. Got a little bit more character to it. I like the graphics. It's good. It's a good follow-up. It's a good send-up. I think this is a game where I will reach a brick wall at some point. I think you may or may not be able to do, game cheats or whatever. But, regardless to that fact, I think this deserves an automatic 7. It's an arcade type game. I want to say 7.5. Let me give it a 7.5. I'm going to give it a little bit of a credit. It's not an epic. It's not Shenmue. It's not Phantasy Star Online. It's not one of the better offerings. This isn't going to be it. You can definitely throw it in a pile of a bunch of 5s, but it's Frogger. It's good. It just I don't know. It probably deserves a 7, maybe a 6.5, but I'm going to give it a 7.5 because I'm just kind of a fan of just sweet little innocent frogs. They just look cute, They look like an animal you would. They look kind of like my dog. I have a beagle, and you know how dogs kind of look like they're smiling when they're not. I went to a zoo here recently, and I saw some otters, and I think animals are really adorable right now. Like, I'm about to cry thinking about some animals. So even if they're cartoon animals, they're just sweet. I like it. Frogger 2, everybody. I'll give it a 7.5. Do I recommend Frogger 2? Yeah. There's a way to unlock the first Frogger, and I think that Frogger is just a good game. It's just a good game. Frogger is fun, and any kind of iteration of Frogger that you can get your hands on. I'm not sure if there's any Frogger 3 or Frogger 3D, Frogger 4, Frogger 5 back in action, Frogger 6. I don't know. Do they have other? They got Swampy as a bad guy, but you never hear about Swampy. I guess when you think of Frogger, you always think of the first Frogger. But Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge on the Sega Dreamcast, 7.5. I recommend. Sure, yeah, yeah. It supports 1 to 4 players, so there's some way to do that, and yeah, just check it out. Check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.